So, how did this whole thing come about? I mean, my guy, you make music, you are a hit producer, you fucking do things, and to find out that you are in the realm of sex work is it's definitely different. I never heard no producer or nobody else. I ain't never seen like the head of a company be like 21 Savage or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like of a porn company.
Yeah.
So how was it working with your sister and doing, you know, the things that y'all are doing? Or how did that even get started? How did that come about?
She has a better explanation for how it started, and then I can kind of intervene on when I kind of, you know,
came in there.
All right,
Go
yeah.
ahead. Came in there. Wow, that was
That's gonna keep happening. So
No.
just roll with it. Roll with it.
It was really, it started just from conversation. Like I knew somebody that was friends to a performer.
Okay.
And I just started asking him questions and he just started telling me stuff. And I was just going home researching and digging and just putting my facts with what he was telling me. And I was just going back asking him questions and like I hit it. I started doing that in like February of 2019. And I hid it from him or from Miyagi until until August of 2019. And I finally had to tell him, and he wasn't with it. He wasn't happy. He did not trust the process, as people say at first. He just wasn't with it because he didn't like the idea of his sister and porn in the same sentence.
Yeah, because like growing up, we never talked about that type of shit as kids. And, you know, like you and your sister talking about porn is just like.
We're talking about
Like,
sex
y'all
and
never
talk about sex in general.
Yeah, exactly.
Like she never came home and was like, "Yo, sis, man," or like she never came
Smell
home
my
with
finger.
friends.
Never.
Smell my
No.
finger. Why would you ever do that to your sister?
Hey, that's some crazy shit a kid would do. Be
To
like,
your sister? I wish the fuck my son would. Boy.
We never did that.
you just come.
Yes, sir. I think my hair look good. I know,
You
right?
just went,
Make that
you know,
thing
you just went to the
big.
movies, whatever,
Make
came
that,
back from the
screen
movies.
big.
No.
Yeah, no, we like never talked about it, but the thing is, she knew that like I was pretty good with like music business, so like just business in general, so
Right.
splits and percentages and what makes sense and stuff like that. So it was just certain people that were like pitching ideas at her, and you know she would go with it, not really knowing, but motherfuckers wanted 25% of the revenue and motherfuckers wanted 60% of the revenue, and they wasn't doing nothing. Like they was just doing.
It was
Simple
bad.
shit.
Yeah, but she didn't know no better. She like, does that make sense? I'm like, fuck no. Hell no, that don't make sense. So I was like, okay, let me just come in on the let me just intervene on the business aspect of it, you know?
Let me get the accounting and the marketing and everything correct.
Yeah, let me handle that.
Now, once he did get on board, then we went on to do like a photo shoot and a few more other things before we eventually sat down and told our parents. And that was a whole nother headache. My mom was more receptive of it, or our mom was more receptive of it than our dad. Yeah, like mom was, it was almost like she wanted to say sign her up in
Your
like
mama?
a weird, like in a weird Chris
In a
Jenner
weird
way.
little way, yeah.
Like it was, my mom was almost like sign her up, but my dad or our dad was like,
He was blue in the face for like 5 minutes.
this was back when he had an iPhone. He done converted
Nigga
now.
went back to Android.
Yeah, he was like, I can't have this.
But he thought
Too accessible.
he thought that she was like in front of the camera.
Right.
Yeah.
But once we explained like nah, like she's behind the scenes directing it, he was like, okay, he could breathe.
So then after that, he was like, he just wants to see everything first before we publish.
Oh, I bet.
anything.
Let me test the material.
Yeah,
Let me make sure this is good for the streets.
No. No, it's so
Just the
gross.
heat on the streets real quick.
You gotta put the stamp of
Yeah.
approval.
But the
on it.
stamp,
That's
the seal,
exactly
the
what he
seal of
said.
approval.
No.
Fuck with this.
But like this is blessed. This can go. This can go. You gotta reshoot this one.
Yeah, so I want to say like towards the end of 2019, she was just reaching out to every fucking body, like all the big names. We didn't even know if they were big or not in the industry.
Right.
But she eventually reached out to one of the workers at XBiz, like one of the ladies that handle all the shit, the recruiting and everything. So she reached out to her. She had an interview with the lady. And then the lady was like, "Hey, I really like you. You know, I like your energy. I like what you got going on. We want to invite you and your brother to XBiz." And we didn't know what the fuck that was. We was just like,
All right.
"Yeah, cool," you know. It was like, "What the fuck is XBiz?" So, and when we got there, that's when we started to realize like
What year was
that's
that?
like the
This is
this is
2020
going
now.
into 2020.
Yeah.
So once we got there, we was like, okay, this is like the Grammys of porn. Like when
Yeah.
you win an XBiz Awards, it's like that's like
The official
Top
like
of the
standard.
top.
Y'all got some?
So like,
Huh?
not yet.
We
I'm
just
claiming
started.
it.
I'm
You
just
wanna
checking.
be
We're
full?
gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. I
Hey,
got you.
we talk about it afterwards.
I got you.
We'll talk about it
I
afterwards.
got you, bro.
Yeah,
You got
come on.
this.
So
You know what I
like
mean?
Monday through Friday is
Monday through Thursday.
I'm sorry, it's nothing but just shaking hands and networking. It's
Seminars.
yeah,
and-
seminars. You meeting playmakers. You meeting decision peoples of
Yeah.
Chatterbait, Porn Hubs, all those
everything.
websites.
And they having these
Playboys.
panels. They have these panels that's from like 1
It starts
to 2.
at like 8 in the morning, and then there's a series of them like all day. It's a series of. It's a series of them like all day, and they just continue. It starts at like 8 in the morning. They shut down. What hotel was it in Hollywood? Andrews. Yeah, and only people with passes and performers can get in, and it's like just it's all porn stars and anyone dealing with the industry. And then on like one of the days, they do a mixer at the Playboy headquarters, and that's where you'll meet companies like Pineapple Express, which is like a mentoring company for performers.
Mental therapy.
Yeah, like they come out and counsel.
Don't be too hard on yourself, baby. It's just
No,
12
because you
bits.
gotta, you gotta think,
Well,
bro.
but no,
You gotta
seriously
think.
though.
A lot of this stuff, like
No,
a lot of
seriously.
women that do it, it's easier for men because if you just tell your dad, "Hey, dad, I'm fucking bitches on camera."
Yep.
Okay, but when you a woman and you telling like you can't really tell your mom and dad, "Hey,
I'm sucking these dicks and they coming in my face.
yeah, like you can't low,
Cock
yeah,
and
cock a
roll.
lot of them, you know. But
But you gotta
so
realize
dealing
it's-
with that, it comes a lot of pressure. It comes a lot of like you holding a big ass secret from your parents, and they like, damn, bitch, you pulling up in a Corvette.
And
You
it's
was
not
just working at McDonald's. Like,
and it's
how-
not just
how the fuck
family. It's your
going on?
friends. It's people you grew up with. It's people you're dating or not dating. Like it's
people need
everybody.
to be like Miss B Nasty, man. Miss B Nasty just bought herself a new Tesla.
Exactly.
Showing that shit off.
Yeah.
Yo, I bought this with my asshole money. Yes, baby. Yes,
I mean,
she
yeah,
did.
she
Yes, she
she
did.
confident in it, but you gotta think about the little 18, 19-year-olds.
Then why you putting your asshole on camera then? If
For
you
money.
For
it's
money.
the money.
You want the money?
You want the Tesla? You want the
Yeah, you want
Tesla?
the yes.
Do you
Yeah,
gotta
but-
suck some dick?
Nah, but that's like
Now
that's
I got
like
something. Can I eat some pussy?
but that's like a young nigga selling drugs.
And you
Yeah, I got something on dick.
You
but I
don't
don't
Nah, but you can know what's coming with it, but still not expect it to be the way that it is when it
No.
actually like shows up.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Like you can think about this scenario, but once it's in your face, you're
so my
like,
thing
That's
is-
why they have companies like that
Yeah.
come out and
Yeah.
mentor you and talk you through.
That's
So
nice.
the whole week is just, again, you meet different pay sites, you meet different vendors.
Yeah, they tell
There
you
are a
do's
few
and don'ts and
performers
shit.
there, but that's mainly the company based week. Then that Saturday night is the red carpet award show.
Everybody dressed up. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
and that's
Sound like a
suited
convention.
suited and
yeah,
booted.
it's every
Suited
year
and
at LA Live, and it's like the red carpet. They give awards for best anal,
Best
cream shot,
director,
point,
best-
like
best sex
That's
toy.
gonna be me. That's
You
gonna be
okay?
me. We gonna win for that.
you okay?
Nah, hold on. You gonna be filming it now?
You said
Right.
cream pie and
Hey.
you started
I
like
said cream pie. He started choking.
Right.
He gonna be
Listen,
filming it now.
listen.
Come on
Ain't
now.
no
Hey,
cream
they-
pie.
Hey, they're
Okay.
Ain't no cream pie is
look,
gonna be the
you
winner.
gonna be-
No,
you gonna
but
be
no,
this
seriously,
close.
there's
That's gonna
like
be our first
awards.
winner.
Hey,
I'm
bro,
trying to tell you.
This gonna be you.
I'm gonna go
This,
crazy.
this gonna be your camera. This gonna be the cream pie. Okay, I'm gonna need you to hold it together.
you
It's
got
gonna be splashing
get your
out,
get
too.
your raincoat.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
splashing out too.
man.
Just
Trust.
hold it together.
You
Squirting
okay?
off.
You good?
Yeah,
All right.
but
We're gonna be going crazy.
after
can't wait.
XBiz,
camel guy.
yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Camera guy
After,
gonna have to chill on some of my
after
shit.
XBiz, I was basically telling her, I was like, yo, it don't make sense for you to be amateur porn no more. Shit, we done got all this game from these motherfuckers that's been in the game for 15, 20 years. You might as well be professional. So that's
what
what
we
kind of
did.
sparked it. And People don't know shit. It was a little struggle at first because shit, we thinking we got to do like casting calls, like we. Yeah, we think we gotta do some shit like that.
I did all
We
of that.
did.
Like,
That's what you was doing
my
at the
very
beginning?
my very first one, it was terrible. I cried that day. It was
Did he
bad.
wanna fuck
I
too?
checked into
Did
the
he wanna fuck you?
Airbnb. No, I checked into the Airbnb.
Okay.
The Airbnb was very
Oh,
dirty.
yeah.
They hadn't cleaned it. Like from the previous people, the beds wasn't made. Dirty dishes and stuff was still in the sink. And I had people on
Then
the
they
way.
had dirty towels in the washing machine.
It was bad.
It was bad.
Don't
It
we pay
was
for
awful.
cleaning for your Airbnb?
Exactly.
Fuck, I thought,
That's
shit,
what I was
I
mad
thought-
about. So
I
I
thought-
disputed that. That turned out to be a bad. And then after a while, I just had to leave Airbnb all alone. Like,
But when we did that one,
We in hotel rooms now, baby.
no.
at that one,
We at the house?
We did like
We at the house,
We
we-
had about 10 people, like 8 to 10 people said that they was gonna pull up and come to the casting call, and it was like, bet, nigga, we got all this shit. We got the chips dipped, sandwiches. We went all out.
What if 2 niggas showed up?
One nigga
Only
showed up,
one showed up. I
One.
cried that whole
and he
day.
wanted to be the cameraman, so it was like he don't even count. He didn't even count. So literally,
So my very
nobody showed
What
first
if
up.
2
cast-
performers showed up and it was both niggas?
I mean, we
I
was
mean,
just
would've
looking
been
for talent
happy
in the
for
first
anybody.
place.
Would you be like, yo, y'all trying to do this scene, or would you be like,
No.
let's just eat the shit?
But dude, there's no women there.
What you mean? But what if these niggas was?
Gay?
I mean,
Well, let me
what if
say-
they was just with it? They was like, yo, we just came here to make some money.
Well, look, we can't
That's
say
cool.
gay on straight. Unstraight. We're gonna say unstraight for the rest of this podcast.
Men who fuck
Unstraight.
men?
Unstraight.
All right.
Whatever. Anyway, that's a whole different realm on its own. So even if
said, "Fuck what
we
you said."
were,
Right.
even if we were looking for unstraight and straight,
Yeah.
they're still filmed and categorized completely different.
Yeah.
So I still would have had to have a separate set of questions for them versus for these guys. So I said the first Airbnb, it was bad, it was dirty. We got our refund, we got up out of that. I just wanted the day to be over with. Then we did our first photo shoot at Indigo.
Yeah, we did our first photo shoot at the Hotel Indigo.
At Hotel Indigo, we did our first photo shoot.
It was with some stripper bitch I was talking to at the time, and she had the homegirl that was an Asian chick, but the
Why she
Asian
gotta be
chick,
a bitch?
she was already doing.
'Cause
she
he
was
don't
already
like her
doing
no more.
porn. The Asian bitch was already doing porn, so it was like, okay, it made sense. And you know, the Asian chick, she was with it. She was with it, getting butt naked and showing everything. It's just the stripper chick. She was kind of like, you know, I got kids and
And I
I'm
have
in
a
this
custody case. And I'm like, but you a
and-
whole
Then what you
stripper.
coming in for?
What you at the photo shoot?
And what was
I got a
crazy?
custody case, but I'm a stripper. That fucked me up.
No, she did. And what was crazy was it was her idea. The whole thing, like, she was like, I was just gonna work with just her homegirl because her homegirl was the actual performer, but she wanted to get in on it and brought her own outfits, her hair, makeup, and everything. So you tell me all of this like you with it, so it's like, okay, well, come on. And she, oh, well, I don't like the pictures, the way they edit it. Oh, and I'm a mom, and we was like, you know what?
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about them kids.
Yeah.
We here to fuck. What you want to do?
we kind of just
Fuck is you talking about?
we kind of just dubbed those.
That'd be me, nigga. I come ready to go.
Facts.
Man.
Fuck is you here for?
Then
Knew what this was.
Parish House or
Yeah, the first film that we did, we had to like just realize like certain shit just don't take as long as we thought it did. You know,
and
for-
also at this point, we skipping the timeline along, but through all of these process between starting XBiz, our first shoot, now the first photo shoot, now the actual first filming shoot,
Yeah.
we had to learn very on that like we couldn't mix some friends with
Yeah.
business.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Like some of your friends wanted to come on. Oh man, you in the
No,
porn
like
company.
seriously, though, but some people miss that concept. Like a lot of people think, oh, you can, once you get on, you can bring all your friends with you. No, some of your friends ain't gonna take it as serious as you are.
Boy,
I told you. You don't
Like-
got that drive. you can't ride with me.
No,
That's why
like
it's just us
that.
three,
So I by the time we got to the actual first shoot, it started at like 8 that morning. We didn't finish till 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It was
And we
bad.
didn't, we
8
didn't
in the
know.
morning, you didn't finish till 10?
We
Well,
didn't know.
their flight
We didn't
landed,
know.
and then two, we
As
were
she's
still.
picking them up, I didn't mean to cut you off. As she's picking them up from the airport and getting them settled in their hotel and shit, I'm going to the fucking camera place to go pick up the camera, pick up the lighting, the effects, and all of that shit. It was
Okay,
just
so the day
long,
was for
like-
y'all that long. It wasn't like the whole shoot.
No,
No,
it
okay.
was.
Because the shoot started about 1 o'clock.
Okay.
It started at 1, and we were gonna do a photo shoot first. Again, another thing, you do not mix your friends. We used our friend house. He had a stupid big mansion,
stupid-ass mansion.
a
It was
beautiful waterfall, backyard setup. So it was like, okay, we're gonna do a photo shoot with them here. Then we'll go upstairs and film in the room. And it was cool until everybody came home.
Who is everybody?
The people who lived
Bro.
there.
Who lit? Well,
So
wait.
no.
my
Look,
nigga
think about
had
it like
a
this. Think about it like this. Wait. Look. Hey,
My
think about it
nigga,
like this.
you
Think about it
fucking
like
in the
this.
kids' room.
Hold on. Think about it
No,
like
we were
this.
filming in the master bedroom.
You're about
Oh, in the
22.
master bedroom.
He
You're
did.
about-
On
you're
day
about 22,
bed.
23. Your parents got a shitload
Your
of money.
parents.
And they gave you this house.
You fucking on your parents' bed. Not
No.
even
The
parents
parents
don't
gave
live
him
there.
this house
They
for him and
gave
his
him the
friends.
house.
This was like
And
a
you just
three-story.
you invited him, you invited him, you invited everybody,
It's
and
just
they all
like-
just stay there now, and they stay with the girls.
Just
fucking
random
four
dogs.
and all types of shit. Yeah,
It was just a
This nigga got
crazy.
Real house going on.
Yeah.
Real world.
Yeah, no, seriously.
I mean, it's just your crib and all your homies there.
So it
That's
was
what was going on.
it was no parents there. Everyone there was grown and adults, but it was no actual parents there.
Right.
But it became a distraction once everyone got home from wherever they were that day. 'Cause then they kept wanting to come in the room and they want to
Pick
see.
up like random shit like an Xbox controller, like bro.
Like
Move.
we filming.
We're
Get out.
working.
Yeah.
Shit, I forgot my pencil, nigga.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah, I
like
swear.
at one point, one of the
swear.
dudes came in and was like, "The dog ran down the street to the neighbor's house," and I'm like, "They fucking, bro, like shut up!" Like it was
What
so
dog got to do with the scene?
exactly.
Then we like after that we kind of like lost all the fucking daylight that we had.
So when you watch the film in the beginning,
It's
it was
bright as
daylight.
hell.
Yeah, and then
When they
like,
come in
even-
through the gate, but by the time they get on the bed, it's
It's just
pitch
night.
black outside.
Like, damn, y'all take forever.
I mean, technically, depending on how big the light is, before you was on, you could have set up a light on the outside, beamed it in.
We was
That's
on the
true.
3rd floor. Yeah, we
Yeah.
it was our first one. We hadn't thought about all that.
Yeah.
We just knew we lost
didn't
all
know.
our
So what
lights.
happened when you finally got to a shoot? You made it
Oh.
happen, and what happened with the first successful shoot that
So
you
the
had?
next one, the very next one was the better one. That was the time efficient. That was everything went well except for the fact of my good old dear sister. She booked a back house.
They didn't say it. They misadvertised.
She put the guest house.
She booked the guest
They
house.
didn't say it was a guest
And on
house.
top of it, the people in the main house
Had a birthday
had like a
party.
little birthday party right outside in the front yard. So
A children's
as the
birthday.
Children.
A bunch
Little,
of kids.
As
little
the-
splash
as
pads
the
and
professionals is trying to fuck in this guest house, you
Oh,
in the
God.
background, you just hear woo. Like,
Hey, you had to put that on the beginning then and fucking be like they
It
sitting
was
there at the
bad.
party and
It
just
was-
go off
went
of that.
crazy,
Yeah.
we didn't think it was gonna be in the microphone, but it was. Yeah,
Y'all got a boom mic on set?
yeah, like we
Like a nigga who just holding that bitch?
we we updated our cameraman. So
Damn, girl.
I mean, yeah,
Shit.
we hiring.
You get
shit.
your ass fucked. That would have been me as a boom mic.
God
No,
damn.
no. When I first started, no. I will
Damn.
say when I first started, he was my fluffer. He
I
was my
I was
cameraman.
rubbing booties. And I was
Like he
That's
was
gonna be my
helping them
job.
get dressed.
give me the herb.
Whatever I needed him to do, he
Jack
was
of all off.
he
nigga.
was doing it. Like, and I know for those who don't know what a fluffer is somebody who'll go and
Keep them horny.
basically
The,
keep
the
them
person that
horny.
prepares them, right?
Basically, yeah. So
Well,
that was
like,
his
so
job.
If the girl is unattracted to the dude, the performing dude, how does that? Has that ever like?
I mean,
Oh,
you're a
for
professional.
sure.
You're a
So now, what does she do? She just
you
has to
do
get
your
fucked?
job and
You just
fake
do your
orgasm
job. You
and
gotta
get it
understand
done.
on some of the professional sets.
Job. You gotta get
Yeah.
checked.
Yeah, for sure. And then
You
too,
better do some theater.
It do be some ugly ass niggas that be fucking. That's why I
Yeah,
want to
but they-
revitalize this shit.
They
'Cause
don't.
I
They don't
feel
be
like-
worried about that shit.
But
No,
then
I'm
too-
worried about it, nigga, because I don't want to be seeing big body niggas that be fucking Tiana Trump and them. It's like, goddamn, nigga, like I could fuck Tiana and it would look good. You got Fat Man Scoop over here giving her the business, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, I got this.
but it's not like they have a choice in picking. The company,
Exactly.
we as the
Yeah,
company
we as the
pick.
company, we
The
pick.
performers really
they-
don't find out
can
who
they
they
turn-
fucking until
Until that-
Can they turn
5-10
it down?
minutes
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, they could turn
They
it
can
down.
turn
They
it
can turn
down
it
if they
down,
want
but-
to, but they're not
That's
turning
money,
down the money.
They're not turning down that
Yeah.
bread.
Yeah.
They just not.
Ain't nobody
Why?
doing
Why?
that.
Why turn down?
Because you got to understand,
1,000,
before I
1,500,
booked you
why
through
do that?
whatever agency you're listed, I already know what you're willing to do and not do.
Yeah.
That's it. I already know, your profile say no anal. Okay, cool. So I'm not gonna book you for an anal scene. I'm
How
gonna
many
book
girls
you
I
for.
run across that do the anal?
Uh,
Yeah, I want to know.
Really,
It's
most.
not that
I
No.
wanna
I
fucking
mean,
know.
I mean,
No,
it'll
it
be
is, it
no.
is.
Most of them do it, but it'll be a little bit more.
It'll be a
fee
little
be
more,
a little
yeah.
bit more because anal is like a whole.
You gotta
So
understand.
if I go in half with you on the fee, we good for the anal then.
Basically,
bet.
yeah.
I
But
got
then
you.
too, you also gotta understand this is one of the few industries where women can make more money than men
That's
Right.
a fact.
off one film.
Yeah.
Now, how men as performers can make more bread is you do more than one film. If you can perform, you writing it down?
Yeah.
Okay. If you can perform more than once or in the same day,
On
you
the same
can
day?
do
Oh.
2-3 films.
Let's get
but film 2 and 3 has to be just as good as film 1.
Keep that same
Basically
fucking
keep that
energy,
same
exactly.
energy. Yeah, whatever it is, whatever it takes for you to, stay fresh,
But-
stay rock
But
hard.
most women, they work at least 3 or 4 times a week, and if you paying the actor, if you paying her 1,900 or like to anywhere from 900 to like 1,300, and she worked 4 times a week,
She done made her bread.
she made something pretty nice for the month.
She gonna
Like,
give her agency they kickback, and the rest of that is hers.
Well, shit. Niggas, what y'all giving niggas like 500?
It depends. It really
if
depends.
you got some professional experience, it's gonna be up there like 800, 900. But
Yeah, it depends.
if you ain't got
five.
Oh, that's your price. Okay.
We are confirming.
You fucked up. Now they not booking you for less than that. Hey,
He's throwing himself out there.
I need me at least 1,000. So we'll start there when they go shit afterwards.
What's your rate?
hold on,
What's your rate?
confirming 500, 500,
Hey, no, yeah, see,
500, confirming 500. Okay, all
see,
right.
exactly, yeah.
Listen, my thing is in the same way that they talking about professional and shit like that. I understand I'm not professional.
You still don't take the first offer. No, rule number one of negotiating. You don't take the first offer. You threw the number out.
He threw the number.
You threw the number out.
It's not like I said 200 or 150, but I mean,
But you know what though? As an unsigned person, when I say unsigned, meaning not working with an agency, that's about the going rate.
Yeah.
Because I've paid people anywhere between $350 to $400 who wasn't signed
Yeah,
to
we're
an
not doing
agency. No, I'm just saying though. This is what I've
But
paid
hold on,
for.
but think about it.
But 5 is not
300,
bad though, because
300
then too,
for
I
5
still
times a
have
week.
to pay for you to go get tested.
But if I can make more than that,
You
for
are gonna
five-
make more than that.
bro,
Exactly.
after you
Like
start
act like he
making
coming in with a master degree.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
after you start making the videos, after the first one, you don't think that you don't have to just keep working with these same people. Now you can
Yeah, you can
branch
move
out and do
around.
other shit.
Yeah, you
Shit.
build your
At
resume.
least
Your
now-
starting fee is so low because you don't have a resume.
You improving.
You're
You
getting
improving.
the resume.
Right.
You're fucking getting the
Your
the
ring
footage and all
camera,
that other
your
stuff.
ring camera set up in your living room is
Yeah.
not your resume. Not to me.
Girl.
That ain't it.
But if you come in with
How do
your
you know
resume, you can
someone's
get what you
resume is
want.
like actually true or not?
Because we can go look all these people up.
Oh, because
Yeah,
we
you
can
can.
pull all of this.
Okay.
When I
Yeah.
say your
Pull up a-
resume,
Do you-
it show me where your videos are
I
listed.
was about to say, do you have like a video reel? Like, do you have them send?
You don't
send
even
you?
have to have a reel. Most people that actually perform, 90% of them, they got shit on Pornhub, they got shit on X videos, like,
Got it.
or even
Or they
like
have
the
it
clips that
themselves
they
on their
have on
phone.
OnlyFans. Probably a good bit of that might be on Twitter. Okay, cool. What's your Twitter? Let me go figure that out. So that's how
And
you
that's
know
how you
somebody
pull their
fire or
resume.
not. Like Miss B Nasty. There you
Yeah.
go.
So why are women paid more than men?
because more men watch porn than women.
Okay.
And men are there for the beautiful women, the big
Yeah.
titties, the
You're
big
not there for
ass.
no
We're not
They're
there
not
for
there
that.
to
I
see
just
nobody
wanna
get their
that
dicks
question
sucked.
out
I'm
in
there to
case
see the
someone
pussy
asks.
get fucked.
You know, usually men get paid
That's what
more
I'm there
than
for.
women. and it's
Yeah,
just
but this is like the one
No.
industry that I've come across. It's other industries, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but this is the one that I for sure know women can make more money than men. Now, the flip side to that is also how women or performers period make their bread.
Men last
One is what you're
longer.
willing to do. Men do
Men
last
last
longer.
longer in the industry.
in the industry.
Yes,
like you
because-
Women don't be keeping up with their motherfucking selves.
No, it's not
that,
that-
and
no,
there's
no, one
there's
you
not that many
find out-
performers either, right?
But no,
No,
they
it
get
is.
tired of
Because you
seeing
keep seeing the same
face.
motherfuckers.
No. It's a plethora of fucking performers. That ain't the issue. The issue is people get tired of seeing the same woman. Why?
Yep.
Because with a dude,
know
you'll
about
never
that.
have to show. You can show my face once or twice and be
It
done
doesn't
with
matter.
it. But
I came
what
to
people
see
care
her.
about is the woman.
And if I
after a
see
while-
her too many times, I'm good.
Yeah, if I didn't
That's
see
why
the
they last
same,
like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
I say
But
most
that's
of
why
them
they
only
go
last
on to
about
do
2 to
other
3,
things though. But
honestly.
then
Yeah.
too, performers make some performers make their money off of partnerships. That's where you see fleshlights. That's where you see them endorsing lubes and stuff like that. Because once me as a company, once I'm done with you with that one video, that's your one-off check. I get the residuals off the back and off the views, the multiple
So
times
the
it's played.
performer doesn't get any residuals?
Fuck
No. Once you sign
And that's why
that away,
OnlyFans-
Unless you sign a contract.
no, unless it's predetermined in our contract that you'll get something off these
Nah,
reruns.
you just take this
Basically,
1,000 and
you
you
take
move
this
on.
and you go on.
Now
So
we
that's
talking.
why. So that's why.
No. You said 1,000, so I was like, now we talking. now we talking. Hey, it's on tape. It's on tape.
I said for the woman.
How about the girl?
I'm
It's
talking
all
about
for
the
the
woman.
female. So that's how they make their money. That's why you see some performers doing their own dildos. They're doing their own pussy pockets. They're doing lubes and condoms because they're trying to create
Yeah.
other
And
streams.
then out of nowhere, since COVID happened, OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So
Right.
a lot of those women and men that were doing like the heavy bulk of working with companies and shit, since they know that they didn't get residual money, either they would have had to been in some type of contract with Bang Bros or some shit like that to get a 6-figure deal, or just figure some shit, or just work their ass off. So now that OnlyFans that came about and they're making the residual money, I don't have to go fuck with no production company. Like most OnlyFans women that are famous, they don't have to work with us. They make too much fucking money on their own. Why would they ever drop down to $1,000 per film, or $800 per film, or $1,500 a film?
That per day.
She get that in 10 minutes.
Right.
So
Yeah,
why,
so
you know?
OnlyFans came through and changed everything.
Yeah, but not every woman or man knows how to get themselves popping on OnlyFans.
Right.
That's the little gray area right there.
Is there a cock and load OnlyFans?
Yes, I had one during COVID. And it was weird at first because again, once your friends and family find out,
Yeah.
you know, you can create whatever username you want, but me as the company, I can see your government name and who's paying what. So I'm seeing some of my closest friends and family tipping money to my
Subscribing.
porn page, and I'm like,
Yes, it's
Yes.
Okay.
But it's other
Well,
people.
thank you
though.
for supporting.
But it's other people. It's not her.
but just cash at me, bro. Like, I don't want to see your government because I know you, so it's weird.
No, I'm
Nah.
here to get
See,
the
I'm
content.
here to
But that's
whack it.
Hey,
weird,
you
though.
thinking about it the wrong way.
I am.
You
I
fucking
am.
off the bag. It's like, you know what? I'll send you a text. I'll be like, hey, I saw you tip me. I appreciate that. Like, I got,
Do you
hey,
enjoy? Do you need a part
yeah,
two?
facts.
Like,
Leave a review. I
I
got
didn't
you.
have to. They started contacting me like, when's she coming back?
Yep.
Can you get this girl? Like, I want to see her.
That's
Let
the
me
one
know
that-
when you get her.
That's
I'm
the
gonna
one
pay
that
for
got me there
her.
in 30 seconds.
Like, it was
the one I
weird
need.
though, but it was feedback that I needed though
Yeah.
because men again watch porn more than women. So
Yeah.
me as the female, I would listen to all that they had to say, and I would make that my determining factor when I picked out a female for my next video. And so he would give his final say so on it, and then I would give my final say so on it. And if we couldn't agree on either female, we both scrap them and we go find somebody else.
Yeah.
Once you have built a catalog of your own to so much, then certain agencies will work with you. Now, when we first reached out to them, someone was like, y'all ain't established enough, come back. And I was like, well, fuck y'all. But I get it though. You gotta, because these people are established people. So I get it. So we went, we did, like I said, our homework, we built up our resume, and then we started booking through the agencies. And then it's still good to still work with fresh faces because, again, like you said, 4 to 5 years max. And then it's like, all right, I'm tired of seeing her.
Unless you had like a
she done-
super solid award-winning film like 2 or 3 times, then yeah, you got a nice little run. Like you can go like a Bridget B or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You one of them?
Or Anna Fox.
Anna
Or,
Fox,
Or the one we mentioned earlier, Bella Danger.
a Bella
Yeah.
Danger,
She been going strong
You
for a
win
good
some
minute.
awards or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Now they don't have to do porn, but if they wanted to, they
right.
can,
Now, at
you know,
this point,
and-
they just showing us
and they know
support.
that's almost like getting a feature from Drake. It's like Drake ain't got a rap,
But he
but
choose
you know if you got Drake on your album, it's
That's why
gonna be
Capri
pretty
ain't
good.
doing
Huh?
shit.
I mean,
Probably.
shit. Capri was doing shit back when I was in elementary, bro. So
So
that's
she's
a long
kinda-
time to be
she probably
slinging
tired.
some.
But she's still fine. It's like what you
She might be finding out.
Yeah, but that's still a long time to be slinging.
But at some point,
some
you go from
vagina.
being tired of being in front of the camera to what's
wanna
next.
be behind.
It's almost like being a stripper. It's like, what's
Like,
next?
thank you, shit.
Eventually, it gets
and,
old.
And two, the time frame of when she was doing it till now is totally different because when she was doing it, there was no OnlyFans. There was no way of the performers getting money. So it was literally check, go home, check, go home, check, go home. Now I can check, go home, and I can OnlyFans with my husband, and I can run it up there. It's multiple ways. So now shit. I ain't finna work with no damn Bang Bros or Brazzers. Why the fuck would I do that?
Have you ever had to work like for a famous porn star? Like, have you ever worked with one?
Yeah, yeah, plenty of them. My very first one was he's not signed to an agency. Well, at the time when I worked with him, he wasn't. Was Jovan Jordan, and that one was really, it was funny at the same time. He was super chill. He was super sweet, but it was funny because Jovan is very tall, and so he's standing there talking to me. We're in between takes, and he's also talking to Miyagi, but he's getting ready. Or I'm sorry, Biggs, and he's getting sorry, he's talking to Biggs, and he's getting ready. And when I say getting ready, like he's talking to him, like, and he's just jacking his dick, like, yeah, man. So I went to the gym this morning, I did this, and Biggs was like, hold on, like, go sit down, like, easy with that. But it was fun working with him though, because he
helped us out a lot.
Like, he really did.
That 10 hours that we spent on the first film, he really busted down to like 4 hours.
And that's how we actually like cracked the code on, just from listening to him and what was what. We cracked the code on it, and we was able to, again, like you say, break it down from 10 to 4. Yeah. So now a typical set day starts at like 9 in the morning, but we'll be done and wrap up
noon, 1 o'clock.
And that's really starting filming at 1. 9 is we get there, we set up. Hair and makeup is at 10, 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock, everyone meet, sign their paperwork. You know, y'all exchange test results, because there are certain forms that you have to fill out before you film, basically stating you're not under duress, you are of age, just basic model and NDA forms that you have to sign. So once you do all of that, then you meet your person, y'all go over y'all script, the wardrobe and everything, and then you go into the stills.
Then the stills, yeah.
The stills is what you read about in the script. So it's written out, in most cases, what position you're going to be in before you actually do it. So it'll say, after the dialogue, it'll say, you know, dick sucking, missionary, cowgirl, doggy style. And so then I'll say, okay, let's get into stills. And then in stills, you'll do all these positions. He's fully hard, you're fully naked. It actually looks like y'all are fucking. That's where
it's just pictures.
It's just pictures. Photos, yeah. That's where the cum shots come in at. And I'll get into what that is in a minute. Then I'll say, okay, let's wrap and let's actually film. Yeah, that's when you touch back up.
If he needs to break her in, he break her in real quick. Is she tight?
Or that's what the fluffer is for.
Buzz her open real quick. And okay, cool, you ready? She get back dressed. We go through the whole script that we wrote down.
And all the stills you did, and you just start fucking. And that's why stopping.
That's why people appreciate porn, especially like high quality porn, because it's like, it's a whole thing now. Like, we're shooting movies. We're shooting like actual shit that you have to sit down and really watch. It's a whole aesthetic. It's a whole everything.
Right.
It ain't just, hey. It ain't that no more. It's like a whole storyline behind it.
But because how many storylines can you really?
A lot.
You can do.
How many movies? Thank you. How many movies can you watch? We can, at one point, we could just start stealing from a fucking movie that came out 10 years ago.
Yeah, Flintstones.
Flintstones, thank you. You can start stealing. Like, who the fuck gonna know?
I'm serious. You really can.
Thank you, bro. You went to
especially right now with Halloween and shit coming out,
and bitches getting bust down. Fuck it.
Hey,
you never know.
It's a real thing.
Not gonna lie, some of them fucking like scenarios like that are kind of cool too.
Like, because we were filming one particular scene during COVID, the plot that I wrote was she couldn't pay her rent.
And
at that time, a lot of people couldn't pay their rent during COVID. So that was one of the plots that I wrote. And it was bad because I wrote the plot, but I forgot to get cash. So when we got ready to film, I was like, shit, who has cash? So I had to go and empty everybody's pockets on
like
set.
$12
I had $12. All she had was $12 towards her rent.
The landlord came and he was like, where the money at? She was like, take a little 12. She's like, here you go.
This ain't enough.
What the fuck is this?
I need payment.
It was bad.
You gotta make it enough.
I forgot the money, so it just added even more to it because
how can I repay you?
And what was funny was like at the end of the video, he said to her, like after he bust on it, he was like, I still want my rent money. And it was that tag that made it go crazy.
Oh my god.
Because it was like, and then at that point, I was like, how many of y'all done thought about fucking y'all landlord because y'all can't pay y'all rent? That's terrible. Like, but it's just simple, like, but it's just simple world life events that's
That
going
was a little
on
too
that
quick.
Right.
people
Kinda
are
sus.
right.
lose a job,
Kind of sus.
work for it.
Facts.
There you go. So it's different. It's or like prime example. Like I know right now you can go to Pornhub and it'll be those fake plots, stepmother, fuck stepson. Like it's some
Because people
weird.
dream of that shit.
Now the real estate ones were going crazy for a minute.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to sell the house, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
Fake agent.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
motherfucker,
Yeah.
So
you got a problem.
As long as
You got a problem.
you watch,
Because
you're a wild boy.
that's the aesthetic, and you got to think about it too. A lot of these companies, they have multiple entities of themselves. So Vixen has Vixen. They have Tushy. They have Black. They have Black Raw.
Yeah.
And all of this shit you can literally get from one website. Like if you go to one pay site, they'll say, "Hey, you can get the rest of them for 80% off, 83% off," and shit. It might be some shit that you really want to watch that's on Tushy. All right, cool. Shit, I'll sign up for the 83%
So
off.
they
That's
all
shit.
tied in. So
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's all tied in.
So when it comes to like the studying aspect of it, right? Is there a certain category y'all look at the most?
Whew. Yes. For me, I look at different categories for different things. I look at amateur category to see where they're filming, how they're filming. And a lot of them I see, not all of them, but in a lot of them I see the Ring camera, a hotel room somewhere, your living room, iPhone, which is nothing wrong with that. Let me say that. But that's the amateur side. The more production side of it, I'm looking at your camera quality, your lighting, your location. When you pull up videos versus a full-on black video, you see just the bed in the middle of the room or up against the wall. Versus an at-home production, I hear your TV in the background. I hear the dog barking.
I see a fucking.
like,
I see a baby.
a stroller
a baby
thing,
stroller in the
like
back. Yeah.
so you look at it for different things and you look at it for different reasons. I also look at it to see if they use artificial cum or if they had to make their cum. That's
Yeah.
another thing that a lot of people who watch porn don't realize. All the cum that you see is not real cum. Like
a lot of them cream pies and shit that they explode.
that's coconut
That's
oil
coconut
and
oil.
water. Let me tell you.
How does that even work?
In a
Mix it.
spray bottle. You
You
mix it up,
mix it
and
up.
squirt it until you got the shot you need.
You can then there pour it out at that point. Shit,
I'ma
if you
just
mix
pour
it
it
in.
in.
Or
blend
you
it,
get a
can pour
little
it out.
oil drip bottle to get it
Yeah.
dripping down her
Yeah.
face. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that
Because
ain't no real
even
cum
like
shot. Because if he really come, there may be a chance he may not come again. On set, you never know.
yeah, so
Might keep a bottle of that. Next to the bed.
Bottle of what?
They come.
coconut oil. I mean, hey,
Yes, it can.
that's what you choose to do.
I be
I'm not gonna put it in you. I'm gonna just squirt it on top and be like, I'm done.
But you can also use it as a lube also because it's oil based. So you could also use it to spray on her ass, on her titties. You know,
But
I'm
see,
giving
when
you
I'm
ideas.
when I'm watching, when I'm
Yes.
like when
I'm
I'm
Giving you
scouting,
ideas.
That man over there.
He-
right now.
Are you
he
okay?
he writing everything down.
He been here since 3 o'clock.
Are you
Got
okay?
me sign up.
But when I'm watching shit, I'm really watching shit to see one. I'm thinking more like music based, like when you listening to a new rapper. Damn, can I sign this nigga? Like, kind of.
I'm glad.
Is
I'm
he
glad
up,
you said that because I
is
got
he-
a question for that.
Is he up and coming or pause? You know,
He said pause.
is
What's
he,
your
is he,
question?
Nah, that's
is he,
why
is he
I'm
one
a
of the
little
ones
confused.
to be the next up and shit like that? And you never know. You might be watching their OnlyFans and shit. You're like, oh shit, she's exclusively signed to Brazzers now.
Yeah,
You know
so
what I
I
mean?
like
And then two, I look at the camera work because I'm big on quality. That's why I like
Right.
Black and Vixen and shit like that. Brazzers and Bang Bros, they just kind of just going. They'll take some shit like this and they're just like, fuck it, we're going for it. But Black and
they
Vixen,
actually take their time.
they're using like Ari Alexa cameras and like that's what I'm saying. They got cameras that niggas can't even go to the store and be like, hey, let me buy that camera. It ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
Yeah,
These are actual cameras that they use for actual movies
and shit.
that you see in the movie
When
theater.
you're filming movies, you gotta do it right.
Exactly.
Right, so
Exactly.
that's the
So,
quality that
what-
we film with.
Exactly, and then when you do that, what you feel like people are more aesthetically gonna go to, the super nice shit. Of course, the masses is gonna say, just give me the iPhone quality, but that's not gonna win you those awards. That's not gonna win you shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna be in the same gumbo pot fighting with everybody else that got iPhones.
Because listen, you've seen one Ring camera setup. You've seen them all. You've seen them all. But again, it's nothing wrong with that. Because one thing I've learned about porn, one, it's a whole side of porn that is very racially driven. They like to ride that race card on a lot of things.
I like his big black cock. Give me your big black.
No, seriously.
Stick that big. Come on, bro.
No, seriously.
Hey, I heard a chick say that before. Why you playing?
But they pay for that though. There's some people because it's so taboo. You got to think sex and porn. A lot of it is taboo to a lot of people. Everybody fucking, but no one's talking about it.
Yeah.
And that's where, like I say, they ride that card. They also ride the card, like I said, with women. If you notice, some niches are big black dude, small white girl.
Yeah.
So they riding that race card that way. You got some companies that are riding the card with they degrade women. In the era where Me Too movement is very fucking real, you got videos that it's really out there where they are gagging these girls until they throw up in dog bowls and they make her
money
eat
off
it
of
while they fucking
and
her.
then third, the worst one is a lot of people just don't even pay attention to age. Because if they're 18, I don't know why men just love the
crazy.
fact of,
Because
and you know there's a company
they're legally 18.
barely legal.
Barely legal,
Teenagers
yeah.
And they love young girls.
But see,
So you
there's
riding that line.
But there's a company out there that actually has a super big lawsuit right now.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
remember-
we ain't gonna mention it, but you can
there's
Google
a
it
company out
though.
there. Basically, they had a super young chick. She said she was 18, 19. Turns out this girl was 16.
Ooh,
She was on.
lawsuit.
Oh,
Yeah, they in a lot of trouble.
They had to. They had no choice.
They had no choice.
But
then that's
they
also
they fled the country. They fled the country because they knew they was in trouble because the video was out. Everything was making money. Yeah. They fled the country. One of them got caught, and he's in jail. They're still looking for the second.
they're still looking for the other one. Yeah, but what was your question?
No, because he brought up the music. So when y'all set up the set, like, do you already have pre-planned what music is gonna play in the thing, or is that added
That's all
afterwards?
post. That's
that's all
all in
post.
editing. We probably playing music throughout the photo shoot so that they can
Right.
pop and stuff like that. But there's literally no music playing
While
as
they're actually
acting.
because it may be I want to get that clapping noise. I may want to get that, but I can't
I can't if fucking
if Pandora's going in the background.
yeah, Boosie in the background.
So at some point you may want, and then you may want to hear that slurping sound. You may want to, see her squirt. It's like I can't. You don't want no sound interference. So it's no other sound going on at the time of actually filming.
Yeah, as a person that makes music, that has always been a thing that I wonder. It's like, are they actually fucking to my song right now, or like?
No.
Nah, it's
And
all-
well, on production side, no. Amateur side, yes. They just got a speaker playing, and they may even
might
do.
be the-
They
might be
may
the
even go
hotel
another
TV
step.
or-
Yeah.
Some after edits and shit.
That's why I say
that
they may
where
even go an
keep
extra
shit
step and
yeah.
add their own stuff to it. But as far as us, it's just easier. No, we just add it all post because I don't know how I'm gonna blend this and chop it up. And that goes back to the script. It may be written missionary doggy style, dick sucking, and then 69. But I can't do that if when I go in the edit, I don't like the way it looks on the screen, how I wrote it. So I may move position 4 to position 1.
Yeah, and your
And
beat,
position 2 to position 3.
and your
But
beat
this
is still
song
going.
now,
The song is not in line. Yeah,
yeah.
I get that, I
So
get
it's like,
that.
wait, why is she yelling and the song just started? So
Yeah.
it's just easier to just save it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But
It look
Next
like-
me.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's on you.
So
When you ready to get down is the question. We got the cameraman here.
So I'm ready to go with y'all are.
What days like do y'all shoot?
Monday
Does
through
it matter, or is
It
it
really
like?
don't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
Because I work
no.
during the week.
You work during the week? Oh, you asking for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter. It's just a matter
Look at our
of.
applications again. We already-
Yeah,
This is the
I have a friend of mine.
Look at
He works weekdays from
We can't do
2:30
this shit with our
till
friends.
11:30.
Okay.
Weekends.
He's not talking
He's
about our
completely
friend
free.
for real.
Okay. So in that case, also when you go through agencies, certain performers are only available certain days. So some of them are traveling, some of them you have to pay for them or send for them. So it all depends on who you selecting, what location you're going with, because certain agencies now have properties that you can book through them. Either it's for the day, by the hour, or whatever. So it all depends on when those properties are available as well. So it just all depends.
So y'all don't shoot in Vegas?
We
I
can.
haven't yet. I would love to,
Wow.
but I haven't yet. I
Where
would
do you shoot at a
love
lot?
LA.
different properties in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, different or in the Valley, Hidden Hills. After we got kicked out of those Airbnbs, I just stick strictly with
Got it.
agencies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Birthday party, and then we didn't even tell them about the church group.
What?
Yeah. That film that we had with the rent and everything. We
Yeah.
had the upstairs. I just told her she can't book Airbnbs no more. It was like a townhouse kind of thing, but the unit was upstairs. And upstairs we was doing our thing, but downstairs these motherfuckers was having church practice.
It was
like
a
church band
tambourine. You heard a drum.
practice. Yeah.
So in between, like seriously,
Every now and again a hallelujah. And it was like,
no, seriously.
Shorty get in here, shit smash, and then hallelujah, praise the Lord.
great.
Oh God.
It was
Oh, God.
hard. It
And
was.
she over there, oh God.
Right.
It was. It
Oh
was
my
bad.
God.
It was. So we just stick to just going strictly through the agency now, and even through the agency, there are still rules and regulations when you go to some of these properties because these are actual people homes that they have listed on these agencies, and so some of them will say, you know, nudity in the backyard is fine, but no fucking. So you'll see that when you watch. In the backyard. So when you watch certain porn videos, you'll see the bitch in the backyard,
Yeah.
like naked. She's just rubbing oil on her ass, or she's just standing there just grinding. But then she goes inside and
Yeah, they
start
be like,
fucking.
come on, let's take it inside.
Yeah, because it was already predetermined, no fucking outside. And that could be either for neighbors or whatever reason.
Mostly for neighbors, because probably your next door neighbor probably got kids that like to be outside.
Right. So
You just get flashed by this. Yeah.
basically, so
Mom, you wouldn't believe what I saw.
no, seriously.
The
But
neighbor's
you know
naked.
what? That's another chance as well that companies take. If I'm filming and there's like a window, and another director taught me this. Location is everything, and placement is everything, especially on camera and what the camera can catch. Like if we're filming in this camera shot and there's a window and there's like a park and they see a kid run across the back, or the fact that they just see the slide area, period, it alludes that a minor is present, and that will flag it. So go watch, like I say, a black video, and you'll see none of that. You see just the bed. This is all you need to see. And even on set, there are to be no children, period, no minors. Oh, there's our next performer.
Yeah. We just got done talking about Capri.
He ain't even gonna be able to do that.
Can't do it, boss.
I know.
Can't do it.
Aw.
We
So
just got done talking about Capri style.
Hey man, don't get me started.
And music.
Come on, man.
yeah, so
I
it's
had to do it.
whereas you watch an amateur side, you will see,
You might see a little toddler run across the screen.
well, no, you're not gonna see
Shit.
a toddler, but you'll see a bounce house in the back,
Yeah.
or like a little
Downstairs
stroller or
and-
something.
and-
Yeah, those videos can potentially get flagged, and some of them have.
Yes.
No, seriously, some of them have gotten flagged because again, it's just it's certain places things don't need to be,
Yeah.
basically.
So what is the type of content we're looking at doing?
So I would love to do my orgy scene.
Let's get it.
You
Okay.
gotta tell them all
The details.
we got so basically we have Cock and Load.
Right.
We got Girls Club, which is
The all
girl,
lesbian
girl.
channel. And that vibe is like the sorority. It's like
Yeah.
the girls
Yeah.
club is a secret.
Like the Illuminati for women.
Okay.
Okay.
I had to paint the picture for everybody.
Or you did?
Yeah,
He
you know.
did. Okay.
Well, we
You
got
all right?
you filming everything. I don't know why you looking crazy now.
And then we have.
Yeah, we going crazy.
So then there's girls club. Then we have GILF. That's like grandfather I like to fuck. So that's all
Can
the.
I be made up
How-
as a grandfather?
You can if you want
I mean, if you want to, the salt and pepper beards, all those guys.
Got a bald head,
Yeah, I got the ball.
words,
Yeah.
Like, I
Get
can
my
be like,
beard
I can
gray.
be like, what we can do is like a before and after. We do the first scene, and then we, just like I want to do a movie, and then it Benjamin Buttons
Yeah.
to
Young
Oh.
snapper.
my old self.
He said young whippers.
What was open?
And open was black on black. That was just strictly
Yeah.
ebony. Because the Cock and Low channel is interracial, boy, girl, girl, and orgy. That's the Cock and Low
Well,
niche. But
open is melanin
opening-
on melanin.
right, open is black on or ebony on ebony. Girls Club is a mixture, but just lesbian only. GILF, grandfather I like to fuck, is just salt pepper beards of all races.
But it's like them Dan Bilzerian motherfuckers, like
Right.
them ripped ass grandpas.
Right, the silver foxes and all of that.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one?
Yeah.
Would y'all do some glory hole shit?
I'm just oh, that's
I mean, people,
If the opportunity presents itself,
but this the
That's a
thing.
dick in the camera.
This the thing. This the thing. Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people are like into glory holes no more. Like, when the last
Right.
time you been inside of a sex store?
I've never been inside of a sex store in my life.
what you doing after this?
Wait, they have glory holes at
I'm
the sex
actually
store?
going
They
Yes.
used to, yes.
I did not know
I did
that.
not know
They
that.
had they had glory holes and they have the little
Where you
video
think the whole
rooms you
thought
could go
came
in there.
from?
I was wondering
I thought it
where
was
those
just like-
locations are. Like,
So
I
you
thought-
really thought the
I thought it was
glory
It was like
hole?
a location where it was
No,
No,
like,
it's
they
a
had
wall.
shots.
It's a
Yeah.
wall.
Or like a fucking gas station
Yes.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Randomly.
Yeah.
I really thought it was
They
like
carve a
the
hole in the
places
thing.
like that.
No,
Oh,
you
really?
walk up and you
Yes.
can
Oh,
either
yes,
it
yes,
either
yes.
be some pussy on the other side or it could be getting your dick sucked on the other side. It's a glory
That's
hole.
too risky.
It is.
But people
Very
was doing it though.
That's too
Very
risky.
risky.
It's some
Does
wild
the- does
people.
the damn workers give me the pussy or what? Like,
Nah.
I went to the thing and I mean,
No, you gotta just hope. You gotta just hope.
service.
You gotta just hope a woman come in the sex store and want to watch.
Surprise.
But again, when does that happen nowadays? Like,
For real.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Shit cool.
back in 2002 when Glory Holes came out, it made more sense because we ain't have porn on our phones. We could just flip out. And, oh yeah, it's going down. We, ain't,
Maybe we could do some, what's the shit called?
You know, that time I went to buy the Bala Danger flashlight,
Mhm.
I went to the store and like there were like
You went in there, didn't you?
no. There were like a couple of 4 guys in front, and I'm just like getting in, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna be my papi tonight?" And I'm like, "Yo, what motherfucker?" and I just entered the store, and I was like really.
You
I
nervous?
would have even been horny after that. I would have laughed.
yeah,
I just-
Poppy, nah, I'm good. Bye.
He was like, I
This nigga
came
was
here
so
to get
he
some
was
shit.
so-
No, I was like,
Well, I'm
no,
leaving
I'm
some-
going to the, I'm gonna get
But
the
let me
flashlight.
say this
Yeah,
though.
I'm leaving
Let me
this up.
say this. You have to be open. You have to be open when it comes to sex. You have to be open.
Not for that.
No, not necessarily
that.
for that.
That's a never
but
going plan.
you gotta understand the one and then two. The whole thing about sex or a lot of sex is exchange of power. So some men like to dominate sex, and that's not always the female side. Some females want to dominate.
Some people want to slap you and
You know,
smack
you'll
and
never
choke
know,
me
and you
I'ma
know what?
choke you.
Hell in your face.
No,
Yeah.
seriously, you'll really, once your girl is really comfortable with you, she'll be nastier than you. Like, seriously, like,
No, I know
she'll
that.
come in there like, babe, I want to try pegging tonight.
I know that.
Yeah, I'm not pegging. No.
No, you got to be open
We're
to
not doing
it.
that.
Open to what?
Pegging.
That shit's not going platinum.
No, you got to
gotta be
I'm
understand.
with you.
No, here's
I'm not
why,
pegging.
though.
No.
It's
You
not
want her
going
to be
platinum.
open.
No.
It's not.
Not back?
No, you want her to be open
You
to
want
the
me to be
things
face down,
that
ass
you
up?
want to
No,
be enjoyed
no.
for, right?
No, not happening.
No, I feel you.
You
I
want to
feel
grip
like-
your arches?
I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm saying you have to be open to the idea of at least thinking about it. You want her to think about all the nasty shit you want
Like,
to do.
okay, babe, I feel
No,
where you're
but
coming from, but
you
nah.
want to do that. I don't want to do that, baby. You want to get your asshole fucked. I'm going to fuck it. I don't want my
Can
asshole
I
blown out.
can I ask this question? Can I open this? Can I open this? Okay.
Open it up, nigga.
That sounded like Lil
Yo,
Murder or P.
that was
Valley.
crazy. That's a a crazy
said,
transition.
All right, little murder.
That's a crazy transition.
That was on the one.
We went from pegging to open it up. What?
Open it up, nigga.
He was deep with it too. Jesus Christ.
Oh shit! What?
Dominant, all right.
Are you all right, buddy? You all right?
That's the thumbnail right there. Open it up, nigga.
That's
What else
gotta
for
be
the
the name.
X? Oh, okay.
Open it up.
Do you feel like you're getting your ass ate leads to pegging?
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
Why
for sure.
no? Why yes? You go.
Okay, because-
I
Okay,
want
go
to
ahead.
hear Willie's first.
Yeah.
nah. Because just because she did that, don't mean that she gonna put anything in my butt. That's just it.
So you will let her lick your
That's
ass?
just the gateway
Yes, he
effect.
will. Yes, he will. So
Maybe.
My,
You
no, it's not no
You
major.
just gave her that okay to play with your booty hole.
Okay.
There
So,
you go.
trying
So
new
as soon
things.
as she's licking, what do you do when you licking on some pussy? Start fingering it a little bit. She gonna start licking on your ass, start rubbing it a little bit with
Nah,
her
that
thumb.
not happening.
Now her
Bro.
knuckle is in your ass.
No,
The
I think
knuckle?
that's more like a
The
vibe
knuckle,
thing. Like,
this knuckle is in your ass.
no, it's not.
But that's not pegging.
No, it's not.
No, that's the start.
No,
That's
it's
the
not.
start of it,
Like,
and then,
he's gonna be
and then
like,
by
babe,
next time you want your ass ate again,
babe.
This
Well,
is
that's if he ain't react to it. Or he like, he
She'll be like,
just
what
chilling.
strap? The strap will wash you.
Okay, so you mean to
it's
tell me
more like a vibe thing. I think.
exactly?
Like vibe,
Yeah. Like if I like her a lot,
you're gonna let her
You
fuck your
might be
ass.
open to
Yeah.
shit that she'll
Thank you. That's what I was
You take
saying.
it. You pass
I
it.
don't give
You
a fuck
skipping a lot of
how much I
spots
like
though.
somebody.
You skipping
I
a lot of
love
spots.
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
and
Yeah, that's
and
you skipping a lot of things.
Lick
Not
my
gonna-
butt, touch my butt, lick my butt, be near my
It's
butt.
be less man.
I'm gonna tell
It's
you
not
this.
even about being a man. It's
Until
just,
you got your ass ate, you can't say that you don't like it or
no,
whatever.
Listen. I
Okay,
just don't
so
feel like my,
let me
I don't
ask
feel like
this.
man ass tastes
Your
the
first
same as
time,
white
was
women.
it your
The only
idea or
time.
hers?
The only time.
Okay, so your first and only time, was it her ideas or yours?
She just did it. There was no talking about it or
Okay,
anything.
all right,
It just happened.
Okay.
His legs up.
One leg. The other one was on the ground. I made sure of that.
Still a man. I got you.
I made sure of that. I was like
He
this.
was cocked up. Like,
But I ain't gonna lie, that shit fucked me up because like that shit
he
tickled.
wanted more.
It
No,
tickled?
because it tickled, right? So I'm over here trying to hold a giggle and I'm over here trying not to laugh.
Fart in her mouth.
I'm trying not to laugh
Nasty ass
and
shit.
she going crazy. And yeah, that was it. Like,
So my reasoning is,
and I know that fucking probably
liked it, didn't you?
the strongest
You
fucking
liked it?
nut I've ever let out was
Yeah,
like
you
that.
liked it.
So
It
as
felt
soon-
good, but
as soon as she sticks her thumb in your ass, get ready for that. And then he
Nah.
gonna be like, damn,
Not doing
baby,
that.
You stuck your thumb
Not
in my
doing
ass.
that.
That
To be
felt
honest,
really
this
good.
nigga BL might be gay.
Oh, for sure.
No,
So-
he's not.
So-
Do you not know what being gay is?
Nah, that's not it.
Playing
That
with
means
booty
you're
hole?
attracted to the same sex.
That
If
means
you
you-
have
he
your
may be-
girlfriend.
No,
if
there's
your
nothing
girlfriend
wrong
is doing
with what
something
he
to you,
said.
That's not what that
You
is.
That's
don't need
you
to be
being
in my
comfortable
booty
with
hole.
your
Found it in
partner.
ignorance, so.
I wasn't even comfortable with it. It just happened. But I was in
you
it.
wasn't
Like,
against it either,
You
though.
don't need to be in my
I mean,
booty hole.
You ain't tell her stop.
what am I supposed to do? Kick her?
You ain't tell her
No,
stop.
I'm saying there's
Hey, as soon as she went down, hey,
As soon,
No,
No,
that's
so-
not my bag. That's not my bag.
as soon as you tell her to stop,
That's it. You just killed the vibe right there. Like,
I'm saying, do something else.
So you the vibe by going to my ass, expecting me to lift
You don't want to
up,
bring the
bitch.
vibe back up?
What are you talking
Do
about?
something else.
Put my balls in your mouth,
Oh,
and we good.
the
My
balls were in her
balls are
mouth,
right
and she
there.
just kept going
You
down.
don't need to keep going down, baby. There ain't nothing past
You
that.
got peg?
There ain't nothing past
no,
that.
no.
He with it though.
We was-
he
we
with
You
it
let a
though.
woman peg you?
Yes.
No.
Yes, he did. He just said
If
that.
I
No,
like
if the
her,
vibe is there,
if I like her,
if the vibe is there, there's
So
nothing
that
wrong
means-
with
so
that.
that means he would let a woman
I'm
peck
telling
her.
you, he's done.
I'm not-
you're right.
He just said
Exactly.
he would
We're
let.
That's
not
what
gonna
I'm
kink
saying.
shame.
We keep changing that.
No.
No, because once a
Hey, say
woman
no
gets
business.
so comfortable with you, I'm telling you, she'll
She
be
wants to do all
nastier
the
than
nasty
you.
shit.
No, that's a.
And
that's
would
a
you
fact.
rather her be nasty with you or another nigga?
Because if not,
She can go fuck
She,
that other
if she
nigga
wanna
in
go
his
fuck
ass
another
all
nigga in
he
the
wants.
ass, she's beyond my realm.
Nigga in the ass
She's
all
beyond
he
Satan.
wants.
say that
It ain't
now.
gonna be
It might
you,
not
baby.
even be
It ain't
just
gonna be
that
me.
though.
It
Might
may
be
not be
other
just
things
that.
that
Could
she's
you
more
be okay
comfortable
with
with
being
than
I
someone
don't
else.
give a fuck. At the end of the day, you fucking that nigga in the ass.
Wait,
At the end of the day, he getting fucked in the ass. It ain't gonna be me.
wait. Let me ask you a question. Would you
Yeah.
would you be upset if you found out your shorty was fucking another dude in the ass with a strap on? Would you be upset by that?
Fuck yes. Are you
Why?
serious?
Why? Because she tried it with you. Hold on, you can't be mad. She tried it with you
I'm
and you
not,
said
I'm not
no.
mad about it not happening to me.
The way you
I'm
said
mad
that?
about it happening. Period.
The way you said
You
that?
are mine.
Because she gonna be expecting you to do it.
No.
That's just like
We
you
could have
asking.
just broken
No,
up and you could have
No.
did that on your own.
No.
You know, we don't have to be together for you to go fuck this nigga in the ass.
Why
go
not?
fuck him in the ass.
Why?
I don't want to be with you if you want to fuck this nigga in the ass.
I gotta be with you and you want to fuck with another
Why
bitch.
the fuck?
Oh,
no, you don't.
Yes, yes,
No,
I do.
the fuck you
Because
don't.
when a
It's
man
a-
typically, let me say this, this is why. When a man typically say he wants a threesome, he ain't talking about bringing in another nigga. He
That
talking about
is
bringing
true.
another bitch.
No.
But if she ain't with the shit, you gonna go do it behind her back.
No, if she ain't with shit, I'ma dead it. But
No,
if
you're
she
not.
with the shit,
You're a goddamn lie. No, you're not. You're a damn lie. He is a
This
goddamn
nigga
lie.
is
I
lying,
never-
fam.
well, I never went through that. Because we'll never know.
Exactly.
We'll never
You're in
know.
a unique
I guess we'll
situation.
never know.
I ain't you know, I'm living life, nigga.
Damn,
What
that's
you talking
a
about?
good question. Goddamn. That was a real good question.
Yeah.
That's for another topic on another day. But I'm just saying, I agree with him. When you are with a person you're comfortable with, that's where you explore everything
There's
for
still
both
there's still
sides.
there's still
Everything
there's
that
still
comes to your
limits though.
mind.
There's still limits.
Right, but that's where
There's
communication
always gonna be
comes
certain-
in at.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. If you're with somebody and you love them, you should be able to do anything that you want with that person. I
Exactly.
feel
That's
you
what
on
I'm
that.
saying. And if
Yeah.
we
Me,
can't do
however,
it, let's have a conversation
That shit's
about
never
it.
gonna go flat.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
everything is about compromise. You're supposed to be pleased and happy just as well as I am.
Y'all
Everything
got
is
my boy
about
stressed. He finna take a
I don't
shot.
You need a
understand.
drink.
I don't
You like
understand.
this? You
That's
don't
it.
like
I don't
this?
understand what fucking my ass is gonna please to you. You ain't feeling
Maybe she
it.
dripping down her
Me
leg.
and my house,
'cause-
what's the difference?
Exactly.
Because I feel it with my penis that has
basically-
veins
so
and
basically-
veins.
hold on.
Me and
And you're
you.
fucking
Curveball.
an
So
ass.
basically, you selfish.
You said what?
Exactly.
You selfish. You only think about you.
Are you
Exactly.
listening to what I'm saying?
That nigga Dave was in his bag.
No. Don't dap him up because I'm about to kill him right now.
Go ahead.
I'm fucking some ass that wants to get fucked. That's asking to get fucked. That's
I ain't
begging
met a
to
female
get
yet
fucked.
that
I'm
said,
sure
fuck me in the
it was your
ass.
idea.
You ain't met a what? You ain't
I
met a
ain't met a
what?
female yet that volunteered that shit. He brought it up
Well,
first.
Nah,
well, meet
I have.
specimen
So,
A.
yeah.
Y'all some nasty niggas.
And
That's
women.
not my bag at
And
all.
women.
She literally
Like,
told me
this
to
is
do it.
different.
Like,
You
You don't
fucking
like
crazy?
it?
I
I
don't
have.
fucking no bitch in the ass. That's just me. I don't like that.
Not even a thumb?
Shit.
No, thumb. We in there like a bowling ball. But
That's grip.
yeah,
That's
we
good.
we in there. But I'm not putting.
I'm sick of my whole.
It's like riding a four-wheeler, you know?
Smacking my balls
I-
against
I
that
personally
pussy.
The first time
And I'm
I
going
had,
crazy.
she was like, no, like we were Christian by the time, and she was like, no, we had to like stay until marriage and stuff, and she was like,
Fuck me in my ass.
fuck me in the
That's
what all
that's
the
literally.
I was like,
No cap. My very first time. My very first time was exactly like that.
You're right. You're right.
My very first time was exactly like that.
Virgin self.
Oh,
So I was in Utah, fucking, and was hanging out with this chick, right?
That's Mormons.
And when I go to fuck, I go to put her in her pussy, and she's like, no. And I'm like, what? Like I freaked out. I'm like, wait, like that's not
Why
what
are
we're
you
here for.
naked?
She said, no, you gotta put her in my ass. I'm like, wait, what?
And
She
then
said, you gotta
Will
put her
was
in my ass. It's like I don't
bet.
have vaginal sex because I'm saving myself for marriage. And I was
I
like,
bet.
that freaky bitch found a loophole.
That's what they do.
I would have said
They do.
that.
But yeah.
Bitch.
And I'm like, you want me to pound your butthole? Yes, please.
let's go.
there was
You
this
ain't
time
saying
I
nothing but a
was
word.
just.
I am in there like
This nigga
swimwear.
is too horny.
Yes,
There
he
was
is.
this time
Yes,
I
he
was
is.
Y'all ain't
doing
never fucked no
laundry,
good
and I was
ass.
like moving my laundry
No,
from
I
the.
You sound like that character from Boondocks. He's like, I came looking for booty.
That was crazy.
What's that character
What'd he
from
say?
Boondocks?
That nigga said y'all ain't never fucked no good ass.
The booty warrior.
The booty warrior on Boondocks?
Yeah, that's
That's who he
definitely me.
sounds like
That's
right now.
definitely me.
Pause. He was fucking man.
No. He was fucking man.
No, he was.
Yeah.
He was fucking man.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying the way he said it.
I
He
am
No, I
sounded
know.
like,
Booty
I
warrior.
came looking for booty.
I came looking for booty.
This nigga is sick.
Came looking for sex with a little boy.
This nigga is
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. That's wild.
But so looking at the board, I feel like we've gotten into a lot of cock and load. Cock and load is something that is definitely on the rise. Y'all need to be on the lookout for cock and load on your local X videos, Pornhub and Spank Bang. You know
Facts,
what I
I
mean?
watched that shit the
Make
other
sure,
day.
bro. What I'm saying,
Mama.
trust.
Mama watch that shit.
I'm ready for the development. I'm ready to see more happen with these niggas, man. So I'm ready to see more happen with the company.
Okay.
The board, y'all checked out the board, man. So was there anything on there that y'all found interesting or wanted to?
Who, me? Let me see.
Do y'all say
How often have
Yeah.
you been
I
a
bought
munch?
They
you
said
one.
yes.
I brought you one.
I'm gonna
It might be.
What do you mean by how often
I'ma
have you
send
been
you
a
a
munch?
donation.
Are you saying like you only munched and you ain't do nothing else?
Yeah.
First of all, let me say I literally just learned,
just
what
learned
the
it,
word
like-
munch
like
was like
hours
2
It
ago.
hours
just it just
ago.
it just came out
It's a
like
new catchphrase.
Y'all
Nah, it
killing
ain't
me
even
for
couple weeks
all
ago.
these damn
It ain't even
words.
No, that's the women.
It ain't even new. That's some New York shit. They been saying
That
that
is.
shit.
Have all of them been saying it or just
Yes. No.
No,
that's
I
a-
think just her.
That's a lot of
her?
people.
I got a lot of New York
Now I
homies.
will
Like,
ain't
as soon
say
as
never
she
she
heard
would
said
be
it-
a nice OnlyFans.
As soon as
Yeah.
she said it,
she
She
would
would
go
be a
crazy.
nice
I
OnlyFans.
volunteer.
as soon as she said it,
God.
I
I
do.
wouldn't subscribe,
I
but
I volunteer.
I'm not
I need to see
paying
her
to see
butt.
no
I wanna
hole.
tear that
I
shit
need to
up.
see it.
I'm not paying to see
What?
nothing.
That is where your soul is.
Not when I can produce it for free.
That's where women's soul is.
Why would I pay for
For
it?
sure.
No.
That's why they assholes.
We're gonna braid that fro down and throw a wig on her and there you go.
So beautiful. Oof. I go crazy.
But I did tell him
Have her dress up
when
like
we
Annie?
first spoke that he himself is in a unique situation that is becoming more common and open to talk about that he himself needs to really tap into and zone in on.
Talk to me about it.
I can.
I am in a polyamorous
Okay.
relationship.
Okay.
We was just making sure.
I didn't want to put your business out there.
I
That's why I
already
said
said that.
that.
I said that's going on Patreon.
Well, my girlfriend's here, so
Yeah.
you know.
And I told him when I first met him that it's now becoming more of a thing to talk about. Whether people agree with it or agree with it, more people are talking about it now.
Absolutely.
So when I type in poly on Pornhub or whatever, I don't see many channels that's offering how y'all do things. And I'm not saying go on and create a whole YouTube on how y'all vibe and get down, but it is something that is becoming a thing that you and your situation maybe need to look into if you have time. I wouldn't tell you not to.
I've already looked into it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have.
But
From the last time we talked, I'm sure
I
you
mean,
have.
once we get off of here, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more. We'll be able to talk. She'll be able to say some things too, because she hasn't spoken since we started this shit. So
I mean, if you wanna,
She ad-libbed here and there.
you got
Alright.
questions, go ahead.
Yeah, whatever
Do you have a
questions
question
y'all
for
I
her?
have been asking questions.
do you have another
Yeah.
question for them?
Not that I can think of right
got.
now.
Anybody got? We here.
So what are the
Bless
like
you.
the main categories that y'all actually do?
They already talked about
They
that.
said that they do like
No. Like I'm saying like it's,
orgies, interracial.
Interracial cream
Yeah.
pie action.
Yeah.
that's it.
Have
That's
you
the limit.
done-
Nah,
No,
anal is about to be their top
I haven't
priority.
done one yet.
Latino pegging. That's his bag.
That's his
That's
bag
his
for
bag.
sure.
Latino pegging.
I got you. I got you.
Organized
When are y'all
with
getting
that,
to
so whether you have to
freestyle?
leave it or
I
not.
don't know. I was
Shit, the crazy part is that I know somebody that literally has told me the dudes message her
That's it.
and tell
Yes.
her
You
that
be saying
it's like,
some
oh, I
lyrics
want
from
you to
Prince
peg
Royce
me.
and shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy
No,
to
ya,
me.
esto es lo que te voy a
That shit
Ven acá,
sound good for
puta.
camera. No cap.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hell no.
I mean, you need some Spanish speaking. I got you.
Nah,
Yeah, that's right.
because I definitely have been tapped into the like. I've been watching like lesbian porn a little bit more, and there is this one thing where they do it. It's like it looks like a cam. Like I know they were on cam doing some shit, but they still posted X videos, and it'd be like a girl sitting on the couch, and then they got a double dildo, and then the other girl's riding her. But both of them got some nice asses, and they just slamming it on there. The black chick just be, but she Brazilian, so it's like.
So it's okay.
I mean, wait, what?